And there it is. MineTober of 2024 is finally complete, despite being done over halfway through November, and that is because I missed a few days going through the challenge, and also started the challenge, I believe, on October 13th, or maybe October 10th. So, bit of a weird timeline, but MineTober is finally finished of 2024, and this is the video where I compiled all the shorts together, and also the final FlyOver, as I've been talking about the entire series. So if you're here for that, just skip to the timestamp on screen. But if not, here are all the shorts, the FlyOver, and in the video or in the FlyOver, you will see some builds that have some wool outlining or concrete outlining, or some things that just clearly aren't finished, like only half of the building's done, and maybe even some builds aren't even fully finished, and some of them are just kind of sitting there. I'll point out which ones they are specifically at the end, but if you see those, just know they are not finished, and they're supposed to be like that, and that is because they're just too big to finish in one day, because I was doing a one short per day for MineTober. So, but anyways, though, without further ado, here is MineTober of 2024. Enjoy. First day MineTober, and we're going to start off with a house. I know, pretty basic, but it's what was on the to-do list first. Pretty basic build here. We're going to start off with some pillars, with that medieval design of the log sticking out for that structure. Then have some textured walls with the stripped spruce log and the planks. Then start off with our simple roof here with some spruce outlining, and then get in there with the oak, having a bit of a textured look, which I thought looked pretty good. Then switch that roof lining up there, have that bumpy little slab look, add the chimney on there. We're going to add some doors, a little bit of detailing with slabs and trap doors, flower boxes, and some buttons on the logs, and there we go. Pretty simple build, I know, but I thought I'd keep it simple for the first day, and I think it turned out pretty good. Let me know what you think, and hope you enjoyed first day of MineTober. See you tomorrow. Day 2 of MineTober, and we're back with another basic build in the general store. That's what we're building today, and we're starting off with some stone columns instead of wooden pillars, filling it in with some spruce planks and stripped logs, as we did with the house earlier, adding a thick chimney on there, and then filling in the roof with the same spruce outline and oak staggered look to fill it all in, using some spruce trapdoors and slabs there to outline it right around the walls. Adding some details with some lanterns there, filling in the windows with fence gates and fences, then making the columns a little thicker as I thought it looked pretty good, adding some flowers and roofing over the windows, and then we were done. I did add a few small details with the trapdoors and dark oak buttons, as you can see, also some stone walls and a floor to finish it off, as I forgot to do that. But there we go, the completed build of day 2 looks pretty nice, and let me know what you think. Hopefully see you in day 3 tomorrow. Day 3 of MineTober, and today we're building paths. We'll be building the village roads here, and will be a basic little outline of what could the village look like, but probably will get changed over time as builds will start to not fit, and but we just got a basic outline of stuff to work with for the days to come. Using the paths here, building the paths, I'm using coarse dirt, path blocks, podzol, and mud. I thought it made a good combination, and yeah, I thought it looked pretty good. So far we have this big long road along a road in front of the store and house, town circle, and then those 2 little roads you just saw being built there. Then we decided to connect the 2 longest roads with another one in the middle, a little outstretching path right there, to build something off that in the future. And then I also added a bush design and lamppost design, and I'll be spreading those around the village as the days go on. But yeah, this is what it looks like, and hopefully we'll be able to build something pretty cool here. See you tomorrow. Day 4 of MineTober, and today we're building a restaurant. Definitely the most complex build, and more of a complex build than yesterday, that's for sure. But here we go. Starting off with a pretty complex first floor being stone walls, and the second floor being granite, having wooden pillars there, detailed them up. Then over here I added a little freezer for the restaurant to store any meat, things that need to stay refrigerated. Added some bone meal and the new, I forget the flower name, but the new blue flower that's semi-new, and the peonies around there. Did the same thing on the back here and the side, so just going to go through that pretty quickly. But then I also had this arch, open sort of entrance here between the restaurant and then the outdoor seating, or soon to be outdoor seating. Added the window boxes up there again, Then up here we'd start with the roof outlined in stone brick, and then with the granite, which I thought looked pretty nice. And then here we go. This is definitely one of my favorite builds I've ever built all time, and one of the best of the world. But yeah, hopefully see you tomorrow. Day 5 of MineTober, and today we're building an inn. This build turned out not exactly how I wanted it to. I think it still looks good and has potential if I worked on it a little bit more, but it just seems a little bit too big and out of place, but it's fine, we'll keep it for now. Starting off here, I used all wood for this build, which I thought was why I didn't like it at first, but I think it just is too tall and out of place with everything else, and that's the main reason I don't like it. The oak and birch and spruce all I think work pretty good together with the contrast of going dark to light as you go up the build, and then the lanterns in there. I think it all looked pretty decent. But then this roof here, I did rush this, something I would want to change in the future if I ever come back to this build, which let me know if you'd like to see me come back to it. But then we just added this quick little roof here. I was pretty tired, just wanted to finish the build off, but here we go. With the shaders, I also added some rose bushes, and I think it looks alright, but hopefully it'll transform it soon. Let me know if you want to see it. Day 6 of MineTober, and today we have terraforming. Finally, I'm going to be able to fill in this empty floating house here and give it an actual hill to sit on, which we're going to be using a bunch of stone here, make it a stone sort of mountainish sort of look. Thought it looked pretty good. Maybe I'm going to add a little more dirt instead of just the one layer. Wasn't really thinking of that, just kind of was trying to focus on the stone and the texturizing of it. Then I added a little road here to get up to the house, gradual little hill, filled in with some stone to wall it off, then finished off the hill right here. Then over here, I don't really know what I was thinking. I just decided to add a little hill, which we'll probably use for a later build and turn it into a bigger hill, but just added this little mound of hill here, some trees and flowers, which we'll be doing custom trees later, don't worry, won't be keeping those. Connected it up with a path, and then added a lamppost, which I did change in the FlyOver here. I don't think you'll be able to see it though, but there we go. It's pretty nice. I like the build a lot, and it looks really pretty. And Day 7 of MineTober, and today the building prompt I got was just water, so I decided to build a little river right beside the elevated house that I built yesterday. I built an extension of the rock, as you can see right here, then dug out a space for the river, built a little section on the back to hold like a little sort of pond slash mini lake, then filled it up with water, let it run down as a little waterfall, looked pretty nice. Put it through this little hill that we built yesterday, and filled it all in water, texturized the floor a little bit. I did add a little more detail to this after recording because it'd be a little boring just to watch me put stuff in some water. I had some bushes, some bone meal, and it actually turned out looking pretty nice. It was one of my favorite builds, if not my favorite of the world so far. It looks pretty nice. I would have added more trees as well, but that is actually one of the building prompts for the other days, so they'll have to come later. But let me know what you think. Day 8 of MineTober has arrived, and today we're building a bridge. That was the prompt we got for today, and so I decided to plan, as I did yesterday, and we planned this river here, and I planned to leave this section open to build the bridge. Using predominantly stone brick here, and the chiseled stone brick along with andesite slabs, and spruce in there for the flooring, and a little bit of detail with the fences. Added some lanterns in there, some hanging from the bridge over the water, which I thought was really nice. Connected it up with a path, added a lamppost, and then swinging on over here, added some bushes and flowers to fill up the extra empty space, make it look really natural, and it looks really nice. Day 9 of MineTober is here, and today, well, we're building a farm. That is the massive build that is happening today, and it is actually too big to fit into one video or one YouTube short actually, which can only be 1 minute. So we're just going to be building a little path here, another path branching off for another build, detailing up this path, adding a little lamppost, and I'll show you the layout of what I'm going to do and what the layout looks like and what we're going to be doing as we do this right here. Sniffing events, don't know what that was about, but here's the layout. I'll put what each color represents on screen, but this is the layout for the farm, which will be a full video on the channel eventually, because I do have to keep up the other MineTober thing, so it might take a while for it to get out, but it will be out eventually. Finishing off the path here, and this is what it looks like. Not really much added today other than just the path and the layout of the farm, but hopefully the video will be out soon. Welcome to day 10 of MineTober, and today we're building a garden. And I decided to make it a public garden, so it doesn't look the most natural. We're going for a more professional and clean and organized look. We made it a symmetrical 4 paths here with 2 side paths on 2 of the corners. Filled it up with some flowers, added moss for the floor of the other bushes and greenery that I added here. We added flowers, and then behind the flowers is like drip leaf, bamboo, ferns, and all that stuff. Then in here I put in the middle just a simple fountain, which I changed a little bit off camera because the stairs wouldn't work. I put stairs where the blocks are surrounding it, makes it a little bit more cleaner. Filled in a little side path here, and then a main path to link it all up to the main roads. And here's what it looks like. It actually looks pretty good in shaders. Maybe we'll change this in the future, but as for now, it's what we got for today, and I'm pretty happy with it. Day 10 of MineTober is here, and today we're building a cave, which originally was going to be a problem because I wasn't thinking of making this world, and I made it a regular flat world. And flat worlds, if you didn't know, only have 3 layers of dirt and then it's bedrock, so I can't really dig down for the cave too much. So I decided to makeshift it and build this stone cave, covering it with dirt and surrounding it with a little more dirt, make it look like a sort of a dirt hill, surrounding it with trees to make it its own little thing, detailing up the entrance. And with what I had to work with, I think it turned out alright, but yeah, that's what we got for day 10. Day 12 of MineTober is here, and today, as you probably could have guessed, we're building trees. Yes, I didn't really use leaves. I decided to use, I think it was orange terracotta and yellow terracotta, and then wool, both of their respective colors. And then I built a tree, copy and pasted it, and spread it around. And then I made this little enclosure, kind of a circle here of trees, to house a build coming in the future, and I think it turned out alright. I was a little worried at the start, but as more and more got in, I think it turned out alright, especially with the shaders here. Makes it look a lot better than it actually does. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. Hopefully, I'm excited to see the build that is actually enclosed in these trees come into place. And yeah, let me know what you think. I probably could have done better on the trees, but still, let me know what you think of them. Day 13 of MineTober is here, and today we have another spooky build. We're building a cemetery, and I decided to make it a bit of a haunted cemetery, or at least that's what the rumors are in the village. And I just built a bunch of gravestones, and finally one big one at the top. Made it look like, added the base of the hill, so that's why it's raised up like that. Filled in the path, and then added some details, which I do want to say, I wish I could add more details, but I just don't have the time for it, as I have to do a build every day and edit it and everything. So I wish I could do more, but it's what I have for time, and I wish I could do more, honestly. But if you want to hear more about that, look at the post I posted on the community tab. But anyway, here it is. Day 15 of MineTober is here, and today we're building a church, specifically a Protestant church, as that is what member of church I'm a part of. And this build, I don't even really know. It's just, it doesn't look right. It doesn't look too good. It doesn't really fit where it's supposed to be. and it's just overall not the best, probably the worst build of the series so far, and particularly like one of my least favorite, which is kind of ironic. I tried to just build off of reference photos and see like, okay, this is how churches usually look like. Obviously I knew a good idea of how they usually look, but I don't know, it just does not look right at all. It doesn't really fit with all the different blocks being used, and it's just kind of a fail, but definitely will be coming back as I'm fixing it, so be sure to look out for that. And yeah, this is what we got for today. The best. Day 16 of MineTober is here, and today we're building, well, just a main square, which I decided to be a market. And I did end up posting this very, very late, as you could probably see if you could see the time. It is very late at night, so it's actually, this video is late, but so I decided to turn it into a two-part day. So day 16 part 1 is today with all the market stalls, and then day 16 part 2 is tomorrow, where I detail up the market stalls and fill them with their actual things, and the 2 buildings you see in the back there I'll be building as well. So that time just kind of ran out today, so I did what I could, as it is very late, so I did get something, so I could get a video up. But yeah, this is what we got. I think the stalls, though they're simple, I think they turned out pretty nice, and I like the color choices I made. And yeah, sorry that there's not really much posted today, but tomorrow will be a much bigger build to hopefully make up for it. Day 16 of MineTober is here, and this is part 2 of day 16, as today we are building a main square, which yesterday we built part 1, those market stalls over there, as you can see on the right. And today we're building this building to finish off the main square area. The other building outlined in blue there will be built very soon, but I just didn't have the time to do it today, but at least we got this building done, which is a blacksmith's. So I tried to use predominantly stone brick here, as obviously a blacksmith. Threw in some spruce, and then I used smooth stone up at the top there, which I don't really know how I feel about it, but it looks alright, I guess. I built this little outside area for him to work, and honestly, I think it turned out pretty good. I've had a lot of bad builds recently, so having a pretty decent one is feels pretty good to have. So yeah, let me know what you think. Day 18 of MineTober is here, and today we're building a town hall. This town hall is definitely one of the more expensive looking builds in this village, as you would expect. It is the town hall, and I just spent, first off here, a lot of detail on the pillars, and a lot of detail around the windows, and just on the roof here. I did so much detail, as that is my personal favorite way to build, and I haven't been able to really do that with a lot of these prompts, so I really just went crazy with it and did as much detail as I could. As you can see, it's very repetitive though, which I also enjoy building, just something that looks good over and over. Moving up here, we did the roof, which is outlined in stone brick, and then the granite in there to switch up the colors, and then did this little top bit here to break up the shape to make it a little more interesting to look at, and did this design on all 4 sides, and there you go. Looks pretty good, and I'm really happy with the results. Let me know what you think in the comments. Day 18 of MineTober is here, and today we're building a school. I decided to take inspiration from a couple Google images and what I've known from a classic schoolhouse from around, I don't even know the time period, but quite a long time ago. Just a classic small little schoolhouse for the village. Just a small little rectangle here with, I added a lot of pillars, added a lot of supports on the top, detailed up the sides, not too much, but just enough for where it looks pretty satisfying to look at. Added a simple roof, and then I connected it all up here with outlined in stone brick, and then filled it in with some nice spruce, added a little line of stone across the top there, and yeah, here we go. I think it turned out pretty good, one of my favorites, as was yesterday. If you haven't checked that out, please go check it out. But yeah, this is one of my favorite builds, and let me know what you think. Day 19 of MineTober is here, and today we're building a cottage. Yes, finally we're using the empty space I left for these trees way back on day 12, and yeah, let's see what we got here. Start off with a simple outline of the structure layout. I detailed out the pillars, made stairs up to the balcony or slash veranda area. Then I did this roof, which this roof is rough. Even after I did fix it there and change what I was originally going to do, I changed it right here to from whatever this is to a decently normal looking roof. It still is very flat and just did not look at all how I wanted it to. And this build entirely, it has lots of potential, I feel like, but still needs a lot of work. So be sure to tune in after MineTober is over to watch me transform and fix some of the builds that I think need fixing. Day 20 of MineTober is here, and today we're building townhouses. I am spreading around multiple townhouses throughout the city, or in a little area right here, but I decided to only build 2 separate different designs, as there will be 2 designs and they'll just repeat as throughout the city here. But starting off, I built this all spruce one with dark oak detailing, then did basically this exact same design but a little with 2 blocks shorter, and I used oak and spruce detailing to have 2 different colors. And yeah, I thought it'd be a nice add a bit of color with the dark brown, medium brown, and the light browns. It'd just be a nice thing to look at while walking by. A simple but detailed, but still really simple to build, and I think it turned out pretty alright. Day 21 of MineTober is here, and today we're building docks. And while you might be thinking docks aren't very useful in this world, as it's a flat world and there isn't really room for a lake, that will be being added in the future. But I made a simple dock here with, of course, being basically all spruce except for the dark oak buttons and lanterns, obviously. And I added dark oak logs on the bottom because those logs will be in the water. If you use darker logs with also lighter logs, it makes it look like the water has been up against the logs for a long time, and it's a pretty fun detail I learned from a creator named Fwip, so definitely go check him out. And right here, the wool is just used as what it looks like, is used to represent the water. It's like this is what it'll look like when in the water, which I think looks pretty good. One of my best builds of the world so far, and yeah, let me know what you think. And stay tuned for the end of it. Day 23 of MineTober is here, and today we got building prompt of a portal. Now this portal is going to be underground completely, so I'm just going to have to build it above ground first so you can actually see the process of building it, and then I will put it underground later once we're done. Basically all it is though is just I'm going to put stone all around the portal and basically cover up all the obsidian, so it just looks like the portal itself, only have one side exposed as well to really make it hidden in there. And then I added some dripstone, a little bit of water. This wandering trader was also pretty annoying, so I had to get rid of him quickly. And then I added a little bit of a roof here just so you could see, you know, the hanging dripstone. Obviously, I'm not going to leave the roof looking that pathetic. But yeah, this is what we got today, and I think it'll look a lot cooler underground. Maybe even add some lava, I don't know. But stay tuned for the final MineTober video to see it. Day 24 of MineTober, and today the building prompt just gave us secret. So I decided to build an abandoned mineshaft. This is the overall design I'll be using. This oak layout's pretty simple with the arches and lanterns and everything, and then we're just going to build out the layout here. So all these small 3x3 squares, which I thought is, you know, a nice symmetrical, a nice just satisfying design to be in the interior of, and I thought it was really fun and relaxing to build. I think it turned out pretty good. It'll be kind of hard to see the interior as it's very small and cramped, and Shorts has a small screen, but yeah, here it is. Especially with the shaders and lanterns, I think it looks really nice. I'll also be adding the interior in the final video of MineTober. Stay tuned for that. And the reason this build is a secret is because, well, the mineshaft is abandoned, and there may be a clue about that in the cave we built many days ago. Day 26 of MineTober is here, and today we're building a pet store. And not gonna lie, this is probably my favorite build of the entire series. So let's get right into it. I have starting with a stone base, polished andesite base. The roof also outlined in polished andesite with a bit of a pattern of a one slab higher, one slab lower roof. Working on the roof up here, I added a little tower. This will be where the owner of the pet store lives, just little living quarters up there, with the store being below it. Having lots of windows in the store so you can see the pets, and a little area on the side for the pets to come out and, do the business and have a little place to get some fresh air and play. But I think this build was probably the best of the series so far. Might be the best of the entire series if I don't do one better. And yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. Day 28 of MineTober is here, and today we're building a jail. For this jail, I decided to do just a basic 2-cell jail with a little police station attached to it, with a little supplies, weapons, whatever you want to call it, closet, storage room also attached to give it a bit of an interesting shape. Basic building overall, one floor for, admission, prisoners coming in, all that basic stuff. Then upstairs you're going to have some offices and research area, deputy office, all that kind of stuff. Of course, interiors will be done in a later video, not in the shorts because we wouldn't have time for that. But then we just gave it a basic roof, very basic, not a lot of detail. Maybe we'll add some in the future because I think it is a little bit too bland for my liking, but I did what I could, and I had no plan coming into this build, so to throw it all together and just kind of figure it out as I went, I'm pretty proud of it. I think it looks, alright. Let me know what you think, though. Day 29 of MineTober is here, and today we're building a mineshaft. The building prompt of today was just underground, so I decided to build another mineshaft, except the difference is that this mineshaft is actually in use. What each color means of walls is on screen, and there will be a hole in the middle where the main mine is, which also leads into the mine shaft. And here's what it looks like. Of course, I did move it back as I put it way too close. And then with this big square, I'll have a gradual hill, some parts steeper than others, building all the way up to it, which will take quite a while. So yeah, stay tuned for that in the MineTober video series, where I really complete all these builds, because this just is way too big to fit in one day. But I hope the plan has inspired you and is good enough for one day, because I wish I could build it in one day, because I actually am really excited for this build, but it's just definitely not happening. But definitely stick around for the video to see how it. Day 30 of MineTober is here, and today we're building a shipwreck. The building prompt today was just simply underwater, so I decided to build a shipwreck, which will be sitting in the pond/lake, maybe a little bit bigger than a lake, not really sure yet. That body of water in which the ship on the left there, if you can see it, maybe not, and the docks, those two builds will also be in that body of water. Just basically built a ship on the side, and also challenged myself to build it diagonally along with that cave you just saw, which will be a buried treasure. Secret buried treasure as well. So I built two things. This shipwreck here, pretty simple, just kind of threw some blocks together, kind of did the basic outline of the ship right there in the background, and they're the same design except this one is spruce, the other one is dark oak, and then built this little cave here for some hidden buried treasure. Let me know what you think, and excited for the last day of MineTober tomorrow. Day 31 of MineTober is finally here, and today we're building a courthouse. For this courthouse, coming into it, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do other than 4 pillars that are 2x2, so big, strong, commanding, intimidating pillars. And I decided to use a lot of wood since this is an old-timey village or town, so I wouldn't really have too much fancy stone or concrete even or whatever would be used for a fancier, more modern courthouse. So I stuck with just the wood and obviously a stone base, as the courthouse does need to stand. I did the roof here and lots of spruce, of course, and I decided to use primarily stripped oak. And then with the flowers and lanterns in there, I thought it all came together pretty nicely. A little gold detailing up there, as they are. The people here aren't totally broke, but yeah, I decided to make this building a bit of a more big one, as it is an important building in the village. Day 32, the final day and the bonus day of MineTober is finally here, and today we're building a bank. I went for a very simple, small bank, as we have had quite a few bigger, more grand buildings lately in the last few days of MineTober, so I went with a smaller build to fit with the smaller themed village. It's actually pretty small for a bank, with a little vault on the back, which I did forget to build in the time lapse here, which so I'll have to build that later and then post about it in the video series and whatever. But with the final build complete, this completes 2024's MineTober series. Hope you enjoyed the builds and everything we created. And of course, let me know what you think of today. And of course, stick around for the video series coming soon, where I finish off all the builds and fully complete every small little detail of this village and post the final build. But stick around for tomorrow for the FlyOver. And there it is. The full village that we've created over this month is here, and this is what it looks like. Obviously, a few things to note. As I said earlier, the builds that aren't finished will be listed on screen here, so just pause it if you want to, if you were a bit confused by why some things weren't finished, or if you were making sure some things you saw that didn't look finished aren't finished. And to see them finished, check out the video series that will be being posted starting now. I'll be posting a long form video every so often, every few days, something like that. I'll be detailing up the village, putting on the final details, and obviously finishing off the builds that aren't finished. And yeah, that's basically all we have left for the series before the village is officially fully complete. Which, by the way, I will be doing another final flyover of the village when it is complete, and possibly even a world download. But other than that, I hope you have truly enjoyed the entire MineTober series of 2024. And let me know what you like, if you'd like to see it again in 2025, and maybe if we do our own prompt list, as I did just, as you might have realized in seeing the descriptions of all the shorts, I did just find this on Pinterest, so go check out the person who made this list and gave me the idea. Shout out to them. And stay tuned on the community tab as a new series, whether that's a survival series, a building a modern city, or skyblock, or whatever it might be, will be being posted soon. And that will hold the future of the Cube King Builds channel. But with all that said, again, I hope you have enjoyed this series, and thank you all for watching MineTober of 2024.